Hello everybody, this is C4 Explorer, and today I have found a way into an old classic. Those of you who have been with my channel since the start, this place was the location of my very first video. It's an old hospital that I'm assuming they abandoned because they opened up a new hospital. And in that first video, first of all, we didn't get to see these cool boilers. It was of course, like my first time actually willfully doing a video. And not really sure, I didn't really know if I wanted to post it. Hadn't started YouTube yet. So throughout the video, I was quiet. All you could really hear was my breathing because I had my breathing mask on. And I did most of the hospital that day. And I wanted to come back because do more. I've improved in my videos, I think, in some areas. And I kind of wanted to bring that to you. So yeah, this is a repeat, and I'm hoping that this place isn't quite as trashed as I think it might be, because I don't know how long this has been open. A couple of years ago, they went through and sealed it up real good. And I did kind of a passive aggressive, this is why we don't give out locations kind of thing. I kind of walked around it was a short that I did. I kind of walked around outside. I was like, this is why we don't like to give out locations. I mean, sometimes it happens, and if somebody really wants to find it, they will. But apparently since then, of course, there's always those way too determined people that they'll bust through the boards and rip out the stuff and everything else, and get back in. Let's see. I always get lost looking for it. And I'm pretty sure it was featured. Oh, okay, here's the front. Old pictures on the ground. Really hoping there isn't anybody in here. Yeah. This would have been, I guess, the main entrance. One of the main entrances. Oh yeah, that's the plaque over there. What is that sound? Yeah, some sort of a bed. Something click-clacking on that window up there. Okay. As long as it ain't somebody playing the triangle. It's just, I'm just in an abandoned building playing the triangle, Practicing for the MASH theme song. I kind of interrupted myself again. I always get lost looking for it. But I'm looking for the morgue. And hopefully they didn't got the crap out of it. Although, like I said, it's featured in my original video. Okay, that's the kitchen over there. Down one of these hallways. That's not it. Tiled green, I think, or maybe it was orange. Was it orange? That's a bathtub. Yeah, it was either tiled green or orange. Let's see. Of course, things move around so much. You know, like the stuff all over the place. Let's see here. I don't know what that is. It's a bathtub again. There used to be a pipe like this, like one of those, you know, huge flexible pipes that I used as a marker to find it because it kind of hung out the door. Dang, I'm just going around in circles, people. Help me find it. See, that's not it. No. No tiles. Kitchen. Again. Okay. We were just here, weren't we? This is where we came in. Dang. Okay. Searching in the back rooms. Sorry guys, I really don't want to make this a whole video like looking for one room, even though, yeah, it's a morgue. But, okay, let's see, is that it? It's a table. I remember the table. Although I don't think it was flipped over the last time I was here. Yeah. I think a lot of that graffiti had been here. There's a couch over there. Let's see. Another flipped over table. This looks like offices. What is that? It's not it. Not it. I think we were just here. No, we weren't. Run. Okay, let's see, this big room here. Yeah, I know, I say I got better at my videos, but I'm still kind of quirky. I had somebody comment in one of my recent videos, you need a gimbal. And my thought to him or her was, you are correct. Is this it? Yeah, here it is. Okay, and see, that's that pipe I was talking about. See, it used to be right over there by the door. It's very creepy morgue because you have all these kitty toys, and there were so many of them back in the day too. It just makes me wonder why all of them were here. There's a chemical toilet with some beer in it. And I remember my first time coming here. There were little dolls. There were these little baby dolls sitting right here on each side of that body tray, and then there was another, like a bigger, like plushy stuffed doll that was laying on this with flowers on it and stuff. And I thought it was so bizarre. Like I mean, you know, I can understand, you know, you got to live where you got to live, but why would you choose the morgue of all places? And I mean, just, you know, the question that possibly kids were in here, you know, was bizarre. I got the little blue ball. And then, you know, the doll setup. I mean, it was obviously set up, duh. I mean, you know, they crawl in there themselves. But it's like I don't know, I mean, I got a dark sense of humor. But it's like, nah, it was beyond creepy. I remember texting my explorer buddy Oysterhead while I was in here, as a matter of fact. And I told him what I just found, and he's like, oh my God, I don't ever want to go there. I'm like, I guess I can't blame you. I remember that bunting. So I got some signage. Yeah. Be a germ buster. But yeah, actually, him and I have explored this place, I think, twice. Let's see here. Oh, that's not busted out, okay. Where am I? Triage, I think. Make sure that door doesn't lock on me. But I do have a way out, I guess. I see somebody's shopping cart. Another kind of a main entrance sort of deal. I think I'm going to go ahead and kind of look for stairs. I saw some earlier, but I have no idea where they are now. Was there signage in here? Yeah, there was signage. Yeah, there's the map of the hospital. Somewhere, you got the "you are here" somewhere on there, and I can't really see it very well, honestly. If you want to pause it, you can. Somewhere it says morgue, which obviously we were just in. I was actually at another location earlier today, and listening for sounds. That guy kind of got busted. I was actually on site for a while, and you know, I really didn't try to get into any buildings necessarily. There's the main hallway there. And it wasn't easy anyway. I mean, it would have been very difficult. But eventually security drove up, white truck, and of course he asked me what I was doing there. And I told him, I said, well, you know, I just kind of wanted to look at the buildings, you know, and Here, I'm gonna brace the door with asbestos. I said, I just want to look at the buildings, And he says, he points to the no trespassing sign that I was parked right under. And he says, you see that? I said, yes, sir, I do. And he says, you ain't supposed to be here. And I said, I said, well, I kind of thought that that was for, don't go in the buildings, don't spray paint stuff, that kind of thing. He said, nah, you can't be on this property at all. So I'm like, okay. He asked if he didn't ask for ID or anything, but he asked if I had a criminal history, which I don't. And I told him that. Oh, we're back where we started. Again. Hold on, guys. I'm going to check on something. Checking on my car. We're good. He says, where are you from? And I told him where I was from. And he didn't ask the ID or nothing. I would have showed it to him, And he says, yeah, you need to go ahead and... Or no, he started asking me. He says, do you have anybody with you? And I said, no. He said, you didn't drop nobody off? I said, no, sir. He says, all right, well... He says, you ought to go ahead and get out of here then. I don't know if he was actually a police officer or a security guard or whatever. It doesn't really matter in that instance. I said, yes, sir. I'm out of here. Okay. I'm really looking for stairs. These appear to be patient rooms. I'm glad we have multiple exits. Door, we have an old Claude Monet. And I'll tell you the most ironic and funny thing about the story. I'd already been to that site a couple weeks before, and I was in one of the buildings. I succeeded. Didn't break in, obviously, I shouldn't even have to tell you that, because you know how urbexers roll. But, let's see. Just looking at various things here. Got a bedpan cleaner, sterilizer. Might have had a chemical toilet in here at one time. We don't break things. We don't break into things. And people say, well, you can still be charged with it. Yes, you can. In some jurisdictions, you can. Even if you don't so much as turn the doorknob. Where are the stairs? Sorry, guys, I'm getting whiny. This gorgeous peely paint. But anyway, long story shorter, I was able to get into one of the buildings, and I didn't park on site. I did for a little bit while I was scouting. Nobody ever showed up. Nobody ever said nothing. I saw vehicles passing by. And if anybody knows the place I'm talking about, use extreme caution going there. By now, you'll have seen the video. Where are those stairs? Are they over here somewhere? Just pause the video and get stairs. Jeez. Enjoy your day. Huh. Okay. Okay, still no stairs. As a matter of fact, where are the elevators? Because that's where the stairs would probably be. Near the elevator. But yeah, I had gotten into one of the buildings. It was really cool too, and I never saw anybody. And I just came from that way. I'm just going around in circles, people. Okay, there's some double doors. Watch you bleep. Okay. Anything over here? No? Were we just over here? I think we were just over here. Dang it. I got an old, I guess like a plant feature. Been in this room about 30 times also. Alright guys. You know eventually I'll get frustrated enough to just give up and pause the video. Because we were just in here. Why I haven't done that yet, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to pause it, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, finally. I found the stairs. Technically, I did find before I found the morgue, but I spent less time looking for the morgue. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we can get inside up here. Whoa. Yeah, this second floor is actually pretty cool. Blinds. Blinds are making that sound. Yeah. That's kind of weird that... I mean, maybe it isn't weird, but like, you get so used to certain things. The autoclaves are still here. Oh yeah. Love me some autoclaves, people. Yeah, you kind of get used to certain sounds. You know, somebody might think rattlesnake or, you know, a human made that sound, and maybe they did. I don't know, but it's like, nah, it's the Venetian blinds blowing in the wind through a broken window. Okay, let's see. Let's look outside. Okay. Oh yeah, here's the back room for the autoclaves. So this would have been most likely sterile processing. Let's see. Just trying to figure out which way I want to go, y'all. It kind of looks like, and even back in the day, which I'm talking, you know, a couple few years, it looked like they were prepping this for demo. Yeah, it's just a bathroom, okay. All that work for nothing. Okay. And as we know, in a hospital, when the rooms get tiled and the autoclaves kind of tell the story, things can get very interesting very quickly. Or it can be a blank vandalized closet. You know, of course, this is where they would keep like the ORs, which we got OR4 here. Going to in a second. We have the dark room. Oh, is this site? What is it called? Cystography. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna go in that door. It's too. But we're gonna go in there. Trust me. Operating room 4. Let's see. Oh, the door's blocked. Dang. Okay. Okay. Yeah. This is cystoscopy, and this is a. From what I've seen on the thing, we'll look at the label here in a second. It's has something to do with the urinary tract, I think. But yeah, this is cool. I'm glad it hasn't been absolutely destroyed. I mean, it pretty much looks the way it did back when my first time. Yeah, urological table. We have our switches and stuff. Oh yes, we got an autoclave, and then we have this over here. Not sure what those are for. Is it like a mapping diagram or something? I don't know what that is. We have a little baby autoclave over here. Oh yes, it's still there. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, let's go into the operating room. This isn't the one we couldn't get into. Look at that. That is awesome. I feel like there were 2 of these maybe, but that's just so awesome. It's huge, giant surgical light. Nobody spray painted it yet. See, I told you, I know that I was kind of a pain in the butt getting up here, trying to find the stairs and everything, but yeah, something big moved in there when I moved that. I want to say there was another one here, or was it just another light in the other operating room? Let's see. Okay. This is operating general surgery. So, you know, like Patton and Eisenhower and Sherman. Those are the people that would usually get surgeries, and that such a dumb joke. Yeah, that would have been, I guess, like appendectomies and stuff like that. Just kind of. Oh, okay. Here's the other light. Okay. Yeah, this is operating. This is OR2. I would assume it also says general. Yeah. Okay. That one got a little smashy, but. We got calthemites growing in the OR. Yeah, this is, for some reason I couldn't get in here. It looks like there's something under that door. But they took out all the lights. I don't think they ever had one in here. I mean, they did, but like while I was exploring, I remember the 2 lights and the chair. All right. That's kind of one of those that, I mean, honestly, just because of the condition it's in, it's almost not even worth doing like a revisit, but I like it. It's one of my first hospitals, and like I said, you know, I've done the stairs. I've done the whole thing with shooting a video, and I wasn't real pleased with it. Oh yeah, this is the roof access. Okay, another thing I didn't do on my last video. Although the last Explorer that, or is this? No, this is the 3rd floor. Okay, never mind. A roof might be behind me then. I just babble on. Smashed chem toilet. We got hypo struck. Destroy the biohazards. It says Colio. Wasn't he a rapper in the 90s? No, that was Coolio. Okay, I got you. Delivery. Is this where they brought the mail? Oh yeah, medical puns. I guess this would be where the little babies were born. Let's see, is there a difference between a labor room and a delivery room? Well, labor, I guess maybe, and I know Bird Nest, you'll see this, and I know you're one of the ones that will definitely answer with your past nursing experience. But yeah, I would think the labor room, I guess, is more for before the woman's actually giving birth, kind of like a waiting room, just, keep her there, keep her breathing, and check all her vitals and all that fun stuff. And then when she actually starts to pop the baby out, do they go ahead and move her? That's my assumption. So, yeah, of course, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, this 3rd floor isn't hugely interesting, but it's okay. I mean, it does the job. Abandoned old hospital. We got the patient room hallway down here. As far as I know, there've not been any beds in here that I know of. Got an exam room here. Wow, that is some freaky looking peely paint. Yeah. Kind of a shame I got caught at the other place. I mean, I'm glad it ended well. I'm glad he was cool with it. I'm glad my car is still there. Obviously he could have just, arbitrarily arrested me or caused a big drama, and he was just kind of like, no, you don't need to be here. Making sure that I, obviously wasn't like some nefarious criminal or something. And then determined, okay, you're just some dude who wants to take pictures, you can't be here. But what I was gonna do was oh, we got pigeons. Hey, pigeons. Oh, you made it out good. Okay. Yeah, these are the patient rooms. I knew I heard something. Either the wind or kind of sounded like pigeons, basically. Monterey Bay Aquarium. But that's kind of one thing that I've always kind of tried to train myself to do. Sometimes I just go hauling balls right in. You find your POE and it's like, let's get in, let's get out, let's do this. And sometimes you just got to kind of test the response time. Just kind of sit there and chill. I'm not necessarily advocating go on every, no trespassing property and wait to be told to leave necessarily, but just, just kind of scope it out. And, kind of go from there based on your own judgment and your own, your experience, whatever's going on. And that's what I did the last time I was there a few weeks ago. Like I said with that video, I got the nursery. That's where all the nurses are. Look at the cute little nurses. I'm kidding. It would have been where the babies were. I want to say I actually, somebody commented on something somewhere that they were actually born in this hospital. That might have been, I don't know. I wouldn't doubt that, yeah, there were probably plenty of people born here. But yeah, that's what I was doing the other day. Kind of checking response times, didn't get a response. And then went ahead and, let's see, that's a boring bathtub. We got a cool bathtub right here, I think. I can't remember. Bath 1 or bath 2. Oh, yeah. It's the hydro tub. Yeah, I went ahead and parked off-site in a legal parking area and made my infiltration. Kind of wanted to do, because I found a few of them that were accessible. And, I just went ahead. I was happy with the one. I got targets. I know they've done police training down here. And then I decided I'd come back for the next one. And of course, what happened. So, I guess, I don't know, maybe I don't know, I might go back. It's hard to say. Because I would like, and the other building that I want to, my hearing. Stairs. Where's the rooftop stairs? We were just over there. I don't think we were in here, right? You're talking. Pretty clear. Yeah, yeah. That's somebody inside the building. Do you hear that? We're gonna go. Shit. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure where that came from. It sounded like it was on the same floor behind me. But I just heard a series of loud thuds. That sounded like people. So I'm gonna find the nearest exit, which I think is over here somewhere. biggest other explorers. Got a shovel here. Okay. I think I got a way out. Shit. No. I'm climbing through broken glass, folks. Might be able to get through that door. If I can find a window to jump out of. Shit. Okay. Hold on, guys. Alright, folks. You might not be able to hear me because of the wind, or not real well. I've made it back outside. I got my arm really dirty. I'm over here by my car. I don't know what that was. I don't know how much y'all heard, but it was like a series of like clumping, like kind of a crumping sounds, like thud, 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 you know, kind of thing. It didn't quite sound like footprints. But I'm not entirely sure what it was, but it sounded like people, and I kind of thought I might have heard voices. And honestly, I wanted to get up on the rooftop. But you know, sometimes, I mean, everybody knows, like, sometimes you just got to know when it's best to, you know, GTFO, and that's what I did. I was able to find a window that I had to walk around the entire building to see it over here, but I found a window that I was able to climb out of without cutting myself or anything. Still don't know if anybody's in there, but yeah, I'm out safe. I'm going to go ahead and close this video out. I hope you all enjoyed this. This is C4 Explorer at an abandoned hospital. You know, thank you for everything y'all do. I really appreciate your views, and you know, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll see y'all on the next adventure. Have a great day. Goodbye.